This video, filmed on April 13, 2024, was shared by a hotel located in Mexico on its own page. The hotel is called Hotel Huchitepec, and although not many people visit, the employees still clean the rooms where any guest has ever stayed. However, something strange has been happening. Every time they enter the rooms, they find the same thing: everything is scattered in a chaotic way. Oddly enough, despite the mess, nothing ever seems to be missing. It doesn't appear to be the work of any intruder, as after the room is tidied up, nothing is ever gone. Despite many efforts, the staff could not figure out the reason for these strange occurrences. One day, an employee was informed by a colleague that some strange movement was happening in one of the empty rooms. She went to the hotel to investigate. When she arrived, she took out her phone and captured something unsettling.
Se veía una persona en la habitación 30 y le dije no, y me dice, ¿está ocupada? Le digo no, se desocupó en la mañana y no hay nadie. Yo misma fui a ventilar esa habitación y ahorita que voy pasando por acá me doy cuenta que sí es cierto, se ve como que si alguien se estuviera asomando en la ventana. Vamos a ver qué es lo que pasa, vamos a ver qué hay ahí, pero se supone que no hay nada. Y sigue viéndose. Aquí más cerquita. Sí, miren, ahí se alcanza a ver una cara, unos ojos. Vamos a ver a esa habitación. Estamos subiendo las escaleras porque desde ahí es donde estábamos viendo que se veía. Aquí ya no se ve nada, a lo mejor por el reflejo de la luz. Y vamos a ver en la habitación. Aquí está la cama, porque esta es una habitación pequeña. Aquí pues no se ve nada. Y aquí está la tele, donde estábamos, donde se supone que se veía, pero no se ve nada. No entiendo qué. ¿Por qué se ve?
A face can be seen on the window, frozen in place without moving. Some viewers believe it's a human face, while others think it could be something else entirely. Its appearance is no less than something straight out of a nightmare. After searching the room, the mysterious figure had vanished. A sudden noise then startled the recorder badly. There isn't much information available about this incident, so I leave it up to you to decide whether it's a ghost or something else caught on camera. A truck driver named Ken Magel was driving on Interstate 57 around 3 o'clock in the morning when something extremely spooky happened. He suddenly became terrified because what he saw was absolutely bizarre. Even though Ken had driven this route many times, what he experienced that night was just a small part of a bigger picture.
You can go meet up with him and see if she can get him to confess. And it's a tough decision, I'm sure, but Amy ultimately agrees. She wears the wire, and she meets up Chuck, and she...
Suddenly, a person dressed in white appeared out of nowhere, very close to him. Ken was definitely scared, but the thought of this sighting faded as he continued his journey. However, the very next day, an accident occurred at the same spot. Reports started coming in that drivers had seen a woman in white hovering in the middle of the road. When the interstate police reviewed the highway's security footage, they found no evidence of a woman. Yet, those involved in the accident were adamant that she was to blame. The woman was reportedly seen again at midnight on February 20, 2023. A man was returning home from work at Nakhon Ratchasima border in Thailand when, as he passed by the deserted road in front of the city's famous Buddhist temple, Wat Klang Song, he witnessed something terrifying. Two campers recorded a scene so scary that it remained a topic of discussion in the national media for many days to come. A pitch-black figure was standing in front of the temple wall, but if you check the timestamp and look at that exact moment in the rear camera, you won't see anyone there. 30-year-old recorder Vera Nath Prunit claimed he couldn't see this shadow with his own eyes. But after a few days, when he reviewed the footage, he was horrified. However, the story becomes even creepier here. The temple clerk said he had seen the figure of a girl feeding the fishes in the temple pond after dark many times. So, is this silhouette somehow connected to the temple? What is the real reason behind it appearing here? Perhaps the answer will remain a mystery to us. A group of friends, while exploring the Mexican city of Rio de Janeiro, decided to visit a very famous tourist attraction named Cristo de la Niños cable ferry ride. When the cable car was passing over the roads and moving towards the mountain, the friends, who were recording the beautiful scenery, captured something strange during the ride.
Mándale saludos a Robert que está allá para acá. ¿Estás transmitiendo, amigo?
Está transmitiendo.
¿Quién está gritando? ¿Qué se siente sola? ¿Sí oyeron una niña que se siente sola? No, una niña.
The voice of a little girl crying and screaming in fear can be heard, but the group has no explanation as to where it came from. As soon as the video was shared on Alonso's account, many viewers wrote that they heard the words, "Get me out of here, I am all alone." So, did these friends accidentally capture a paranormal event? You can decide for yourself. A mother hid a camera in her daughter's room and captured something very creepy. Video uploader Leo Lade shared that he had recently moved into a new house with his young daughter. Since then, he noticed that his daughter was talking to an imaginary friend. While it's normal for children to have imaginary friends, Leo felt something was off about this particular friend.
Hey, so we are just moving in. It's such a mess, I'm sorry, but we're moving into this old house, and my daughter has been talking to an imaginary friend, except for it feels really real. Obviously it's an imaginary friend, but it's been weirding me out, and I'm wondering if something is triggering it or why it's happening. So I put this camera down and I'm just gonna let it run and we'll see.
Leo installed a camera in his daughter's room, recording 24/7. Initially, nothing unusual happened, but one night after dinner, when the girl went to play in her room, something strange occurred.
And so it's beautiful and funny. What are you guys doing? Do you want to play? Do you want to? Do you want to sleep? Come on, please.
The girl was seen talking to someone, but no one else was visible on the footage. After 2 footsteps were heard, the closet door slowly opened on its own, and some invisible entity appeared to come out of it. The girl's behavior changed. She seemed scared and ran out of the room, likely because someone other than her imaginary friend was present. Today, this family has completely disappeared from TikTok, and there is no information available about what happened to them after this incident.